All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. What I'm going to talk about today is the true cost of being a genius at something or becoming an expert at something, or even the true cost of becoming good at something or even just better at something. And it doesn't matter whether that something is you want to learn how to play a musical instrument, like you want to learn how to play the guitar, or you want to learn a new language, or it could be something more professional. Maybe you want to become a better public speaker, better at sales, better at running a business, better at bookkeeping. Whatever the case may be, if you want to get good at something, there is some cost associated to it. And a lot of the times, there are certain costs that we are aware of. All right. And so, one of the costs is going to be time. If you want to get good at something, you're going to have to practice at it. If you want to shoot a basketball well, you're going to have to put the time in shooting that basketball or playing the guitar or the piano or learning that new language. So we all know that. And so there's that time. There's also the effort that you got to put into that. So it's another cost. And sometimes the cost is monetary, meaning you have to pay. Maybe you got to pay for lessons. Maybe you got to pay for an instrument. Maybe you got to pay for court time. You got to rent something, but it's going to cost money. So there's time, effort, energy, money, and then there's that fourth cost or fourth or fifth or whatever cost. But there's this cost that often people they forget about, and it's this cost of willing to give something up. And what do I mean by that? Like if you decided that you wanted to take up the guitar, for example, all right, you want to ask yourself, what are you willing to be less good at? All right. And if you look at your day, because if you want to be good at the guitar, you're going to realize, well, I got to practice, at regular intervals, hopefully every day. But let's say you do it 3 times a week, right? And so if you look at your weekly schedule and it's jam packed, and you're going to think, well, I'm just going to try and fit it in somewhere. It's not going to work out. Ultimately, what you got to do is you got to look at your schedule on the things that you do on a regular basis that you're good at, and you got to figure out which one of those things you're willing to give up in order to put that new thing in. So in this new case, it'd be playing the guitar. And so, you know what? If I decide that I wanted to play the guitar and, I'd want to do it every day. And so I'd look at my daily schedule and look at, because my schedule is pretty full, right? I have a full schedule and I would have to give something up. And, sometimes I might look at something if I want to play the guitar or get, one of the examples, get better at social media, whatever the case may be. And you look at what I'm doing every day and I got to think to myself, what am I willing to be less good at? And sometimes I might look at it and say, there's nothing. There's nothing. I like my day the way it is. My day is perfect the way it is. I do not want to change a thing. At least I don't want to change it enough to learn the guitar. But you might look at it and think to yourself, well, I'm really good at taking a nap in the middle of the day. Power naps in the middle of the day are awesome, by the way. And so you might be willing to give that up. Or you might be really good at staying up late at night to play video games or staying up late at night watching Netflix. All right. You might be good at that, but you might have to give that up in order to become better at the guitar. Or it might be something else that you're doing on a regular basis. Maybe you play basketball. All right. Maybe you're taking a class somewhere and you think to yourself, well, I'm willing to give up that class so I can get better at the guitar. And so while there's all these other costs, there's the time cost, there's the money cost, there's the effort cost, there's also the sacrifice. And that sacrifice of what am I willing to be less good at so I can be good at my new thing? What am I willing to be less good at so I can learn the guitar or the new language or whatever the case may be, whatever you want to learn. And you've got to make that decision. Say, you know what? I'm going to give up. I used to do this a lot. I used to, stay up late and play video games. I haven't done that in so long. But if I did do that, I might be thinking to myself, well, I'm going to have to give up playing video games, or maybe I can't play nearly as long, or I got to give up watching TV late at night because you know what? The guitar is more important to me than that. All right. And so, whatever the case may be, and it's okay if you look at your schedule and think, you know what, I am not willing to give up X, Y, and Z to become better at playing the guitar or to become, better at speaking a new language or become, better at sales or whatever the case may be. And that's okay because at least you know your boundaries, at least you know what you're willing to do and what you're willing not to do. It's worse if you just think to yourself, well, I'm just going to have to try and fit this in somewhere. I'm going to fit in half hour of practicing my guitar every day. Tough to do when your schedule's already full. But when your schedule isn't full, or if your schedule is full, it's easy to do. You just eliminate something. You know what? I'm going to give up watching TV. I'm going to give up this class. I'm going to give up playing video games, whatever the case may be. So I trust you got some great value out of this. The true cost of becoming good at something is not just the time, the effort, the energy, and the money. It's also what am I willing or what are you willing to be less good at? Trust you got some great value out of this. I invite you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you want to see more videos like this, go over to my blog. It's kennysantos.com. You could even put your name and email in, and you're going to get an awesome audio growing your business. Now, remember this every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles. We only got to do two things about that. We got to recognize those miracles. And then, of course, my favorite part right here, we get to accept those miracles. All right, take care and create a great day.